The Wisconsin Badgers have not won a national championship since 1942. And let's be real, if you know anything about that championship, it was unclaimed, which basically means it doesn't count. So today, I have 5 seasons to bring home a national championship to this gorgeous state that I call home. And bringing home a natty is just one of 6 challenges I have to complete before my tenure is over. Or else I owe one lucky subscriber a PSN or an Xbox gift card. The other remaining 5 challenges are having a winning record against our rivals Minnesota, winning the conference championship, signing a top 5 quarterback because we've never had a really good quarterback. The last good quarterback we had at Wisconsin was Russell Wilson, and he was a transfer from NC State his senior year. Recruit a top 10 class and really bring the lifeblood of college football to Wisconsin. And finally, have a Heisman finalist, which we haven't had since we had a couple good running backs in the early 2010s. Oh, it's on Heisman mode, and I can only jump into 5 games per season. And to be honest, Wisconsin has never been terrible at football. They've always been pretty decent at football, but I feel like they've never gotten over that hump. They've always thought that Rose Bowls were good. And it's time for them to start shooting for something bigger than that, and that's the national championship. As we go over to our roster, and first thing we take a look at as we jump in, guys, Tyler Van Dyke is our quarterback. Obviously, he's a transfer out of Miami. We're very excited to have TVD on our roster. We also have Ches Maluzzi, who's going to be leading the way at running back. I'm very excited to have Ches Maluzzi. Last year, he was a great 1-2 punch with Braylon Allen. He was a great running back. So now he gets a spotlight. I'm very excited to see what he can do this season for us. And at receiver, guys, we got a couple good returners. We got Will Pauling is an absolute dog. We also have a couple, backups. But outside of that, outside of Will Pauling, a lot of our receivers are just kind of average, which is okay. We'll make it work in this air raid offense somehow. And at linebacker, guys, we're very stacked. We got John Pius. We got Jake Chaney at middle linebacker with a really good backup in Jaheim Thomas, which I'm very excited about as well. We can't go without talking about Hunter Wohler or Ricardo Hallman. Absolute dogs on the defensive backfield for us. 2 great returners. Very excited to have them both. Hunter Wohler's a senior finally. He's a hot hidden safety. Can't wait to jump in and see what he does. But then we start looking ahead, right? Obviously, the lifeblood of college football is recruiting, so we're going to start looking at our team needs. And honestly, when we go ahead and look at our team needs, there's not really anything on the offensive side that we really need. Obviously, fullback, but we're moving to an air raid. We don't really need a fullback, but we do have a tight end need. And then on the defensive side, guys, we're pretty solid across the board. So, I mean, even though we have Bs across the board, there's certain positions where, yeah, we could have a couple more needs. I think we can just still go out and recruit a lot of different things because we're pretty solid at a lot of positions. So we're going to go out and we're just going to recruit the best of the best. It's going to be my strategy for this season as we jump in and start looking at the prospects. As we start looking at our recruiting board and our prospect list, guys, obviously we have a lot of recommended guys, but I always like to jump in, especially if you have a decent school, jump in with the 5 stars. And none of the big tight ends really have us on their board. So, I mean, they're not very interested in us, but I think if we can target them early, we'll be okay. And then we're obviously going to start targeting quarterbacks because we want to sign a top end quarterback. The number 1 guy that we have on our board is Cornell Barr. I don't know if we're going to land him, but that's something we're going to go after. We got to go after the top 5 guys. That's one of our goals, and I think that's one that I'm kind of confident we can get done early on. Then we go through and we're doing all our good stuff, trying to find the gems and trying to, eliminate the guys that are red gems. And we're trying to find just the best players to fit our board. And we're going to obviously, I'm not going to bore you guys with building out the board. We're going to power through that, and we're going to start looking ahead and look at the preseason Heisman watch. We got Ollie Gordon III, Shador Sanders, Quinshon Judkins, Travis Hunter, and Carson Beck. Those are pretty good football players. Obviously, if you're looking at a Heisman list going on next year, that's a pretty safe bet for those 5 guys. And luckily, we go in and now there's a week 0, which I kind of like. So week 0 is actually gonna have a free week unless you're playing in it. But for most schools, it's gonna be a free week where you can just focus on recruiting. Build out that recruiting board week 1, which is actually kind of good. So you can start getting on those top prospects on your board early. And as we look ahead at the schedule, fellas, into the season, I think as we can see, I'm probably gonna be playing some of the tougher games. So we're looking at probably Alabama. We're looking at USC, that's a tough one. Penn State's the next one that sticks out. Oregon, and then probably Minnesota as the rival school that we need to accomplish our goal. And then when we take a look at the top 25, guys, Wisconsin's not even in the top 25 yet. So that's kind of concerning. We'll be fine not being in the top 25. We gotta win a few games to start getting there. And I think something that if we build this the right way, we can at least hopefully finish in the top 25 this first season. Then we look at our recruiting board heading into our first game week. After the first week, we're already starting to lose a couple guys. I don't even know how these 5-stars can just sign. It's so ridiculous. Like, I wish I could be that good. I don't know how these 5-stars are just signing automatically to schools. Week 1, we're rolling the boat against the Western Michigan Broncos. And then this is a game that we should dominate. We're obviously not going to play it. We're going to let the computer sim it. We're going to see how we do. Wisconsin obviously gets off to a hot start. We're up 20-0 at the end of the first half, 27-0 going into the fourth quarter. But then somehow, some way, they scored 21 unanswered. That is a close one against the Western Michigan Broncos. I don't know what the hell we were doing. That's not gonna fly. We cannot be giving up leads like that to the Western Michigan Broncos. I am low-key scared of what that's gonna mean for the rest of this rebuild. I don't know what the hell's going on. That should not happen in our program. We need to figure it out, especially if the computer's going to be simming up most of our games. Ches Maluzzi did have a nice game, though, and he was a player of the game with 17 rushing attempts for 100 yards. So shout out to Ches. I love that for him. But we'll move on to the next week where we've already lost the first quarterback. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm going to complete, especially the recruiting ones. I don't know if that's even going to be possible in this game. But the good thing is that we have another, we got an FCS school on the schedule this week. So that's basically treated almost like a bye, sadly, especially if you're a Power 4 program. And we should dominate. And again, another close game against an FCS school. I'm simming these games, letting them play through, and I keep thinking we should dominate, but they're a lot closer than we think. We were down 3 points at half. Luckily, we scored 10 unanswered in the second half, but that is not domination for Wisconsin. If we want to be a top program in the country, we should be blowing the caps off these kind of teams. And now we have Alabama, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous. The number 5th ranked team in the country. The way these games are being simmed out, guys, I'm low-key nervous of how we're gonna perform. And our first play gets absolutely stuffed. This is not going to fly. We can't seem to figure it out on this first drive, and we're punting the ball to Alabama. We get the ball again. Our defense makes a nice stop, and we still can't seem to figure out how to get the ball past the first down marker. This is literally embarrassing. And finally, we weren't going to hold Alabama forever. They strike first, up 7-0. We found a way to matriculate the ball down the field, and we were able to score on a bubble to Vinny Anthony, which I don't even think he got in, but the game says we got in, and we'll take it, especially against Alabama. We don't know how the hell we're gonna do it, and now we got press coverage, and we're gonna take a shot deep, and that's Vinny Anthony again for the touchdown. I cannot believe we actually scored on a deep shot against Alabama. That is insane. And again, they went down and scored immediately, and we definitely have our work cut out for us. And once again, we're punting, and I am scared. And going into the fourth quarter, we are down 10. This looks like about to be over. We're about to encounter our first loss against Alabama. But we did move the ball into the red zone with 3 minutes to go. We're going to see if we can't hit the guy across the field, and that's Green. Oh, we got tackled short. We're going hurry up. Hopefully we can figure out something here. Maybe, hit this guy on the wheel route. Nope, not there. And we're gotten sacked. That's freaking great. We just can't seem to figure it out right now. This is insane. Like, I don't know how to get in this end zone. Red zone seems pretty tough. We're gonna have to go down short, and obviously we're not gonna get in. It's gonna be 3rd and goal. We're gonna throw it deep in the to the left side, and that's Will Pauling. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And our defense needs to come up clutch, and they do. Our defense makes a stop, and we have 1:40 with a chance to win it. There's just no way. There's just no way. We haven't moved the ball all day. If we can move it now, it would be a miracle. And sure enough, 3 yards is not going to get it done, boys. We need more than that. We need something. We need something out of you guys. Oh, Ches. And Ches running the option up the middle. Ches Malozzi with the spin move. We're in. And oh my, we're into Alabama territory, and I do not know how we're gonna keep doing this. We're looking for the shot play, and it's not there. And Tyler Van Dyke's gonna scramble for us, and we're gonna be able to get the first down, and now we're in field goal territory. I think worst case scenario now, we can actually kick a field goal to tie it. That is if I make it, because field goals are insanely hard in this game. 32, we're handing the ball off to Ches Maluzzi again. 28 seconds left. We're going hurry up one more time. We're going to see if we can hit somebody on the wheel route here. Ches is going to be open. Ches is going to walk into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, and we're going to beat Alabama. There's just no way. If our defense can make a stop, we're going to have a huge day. And We did it. We did it. We have won our first game against Alabama. I cannot believe our team just upset Alabama. TVD with 242 and 4 tuds. Let's go, boy. Wow. I don't know how we did it. I think me not playing defense actually helps out a ton, because I think if I had been playing defense, I would have gotten destroyed. But that's just me. And even upsetting Alabama doesn't mean we can't lock one of the top gems in our board. He decided that he doesn't no longer want to deal with us. He's down to his top 3 schools. And a win against Alabama apparently is just not enough, which is fine, I guess. And in the Heisman Trophy race, after 3 weeks, KJ Jefferson's up there. I don't know what the hell Gus Malzahn and KJ Jefferson are doing, but obviously something's working. They're cooking down there in Central Florida. And we have a bye week, which is nice, which we can take another good time to start focusing on our recruits. And Cornell Barr is still there available for us. Hopefully we can get him. A couple guys obviously locked us out. And again, more guys locking us out. All the top receivers that we were targeting are locking us out. I honestly don't know how we're going to have a top 10 class if every single week guys we're targeting are just dropping off. And we have another test. We jumped from 25 to 17, but we have another test. Despite having a better record than USC, they're still ranked higher than us, which I guess is fair because, you know, we get no respect up here in Wisconsin, which is fine. But 3-0 after 2 weeks, we're going to have a shootout with these guys. I don't know if our defense is going to be doing much, but we will find out here shortly. Late in the third quarter, we are having a nice sizable lead. Tight end looks like it's going to be open. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And I think we might be going 2 for 2 on Heisman board, boys. This is insane. For the dagger, and we're taking a shot again to Vinny Anthony, the second. Let's go, boy. That is the dagger, and we have upset USC. Oh my goodness, 49-32. What do you know about them Badgers? 468 on the air for TVD with 6 tuds. What is up, boys? Let's get it. Yet we lose another quarterback in the recruiting board. How is this possible? I feel like we're playing lights out. But look who it is. Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week, 11 receptions, 166 with 3 tuds. Our boy Vinny Anthony II. This is insane. We are up to top 10 in the country. Guys, could we compete for a national championship all in year 1? I don't think so. But our team is going to go, and we're obviously going to sim against Purdue, which we should be taking care of business. And our team does take care of business in nice fashion. Finally, a nice, comfortable win for us. 32-14 Wisconsin, and we're still on the board for a lot of guys, especially Cornell Barr. We're in his top 3, and I really, really need him. And then we go, and we're gonna have to sim against Rutgers. And at the end of the third quarter, we are down 28-17. I think this is not looking good for Wisconsin. And what? 22 ranked Rutgers just upset Wisconsin. Are you kidding me? Wow. And KJ Jefferson halfway through the season is still the front runner for the Heisman. But shout out to Joey Aguilar. That's my boy out up in App State, dude. Good for him. He's in the running. Good for him. And we got Northwestern this week, which I think we should take care of business. But based on last week's performance, now I'm scared. We did manage to do okay against Northwestern. We did beat them 31-20, which I'm happy with. And we landed our first big 5-star commit, Grant Adams, tight end out of Gilbert, Arizona. Big shout out. That's a huge signing. We signed our first big recruit, baby. But coming off that high, we also lost Cornell Barr. And it doesn't look like we'll complete any challenges season 1, guys. We're not going to win our conference championship because we're not even going to get to the game. We might not make the playoffs if we keep losing to teams like Rutgers. And now we lost all the 5 players that we needed. The only thing we can do is go back to our board and start erasing guys and start bringing other people on that we can. I mean, that's the best we can do. And after halftime, guys, we're only up 13-10 on Penn State. I'm kind of nervous. I felt pretty confident going into this game. They have the lead on us going halfway through the third quarter, but it looks like they're pressing Will Pauling, And if you're going to press Will Pauling, literally our best receiver, we're going to take a shot every single time. And TBD is going to launch. And Will Pauling's got it. And it's a touchdown, Wisconsin. And we've retaken the lead. And I should not be getting this excited about it because I felt like we should have dominated this team. Going into the fourth, we're up 27-24. I don't know. I think we need a touchdown here to kind of get comfortable with the lead. I think we need a touchdown, and we get tackled short. 2nd and goal, and I think we should be able to punch it in here. Yep, and there goes Ches, and we're short again. 3rd and goal. Despite being worried, I think we're going to be able to get a nice, sizable, comfortable lead here. Ches Maluzzi punches it in. Yes, sir. Okay, now we can breathe if our defense makes a stop, which they do. This game is now over. We're up 10 points with 2 minutes left, and now all it is for us to do is run out the clock. And the final score is 41-31 Wisconsin. We took care of business against Penn State. We're still the 12th ranked team in the country. We've only lost 1 game to Rutgers, which was a bad one. Will Pauling led the way today. 7 catches, 182 in the air, 3 touchdowns. The air raid is alive, fellas. The air raid is alive in Wisconsin, something you has never been said in years. And we have another 5-star commit in Denzel Roche. Or Denzel Roche. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's Roche. It must be Roche out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Will Pauling, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week, had a great game against Penn State, and we're in the 8th spot for the college football playoff. Obviously, we're not top 4. Michigan is absolutely dominating that position for us in the Big Ten, but being top 8, I wouldn't mind going in there and hopefully even competing for the national championship year 1. And, you know, if we win the Natty, we just come back season 2 and just finish the rest of the goals, which would be kind of fun. But honestly, I did not think we would be having this much success early on. I thought Heisman difficulty was going to be hard. Maybe I should be playing a little bit more defense, but that's beside the point. And going into Iowa, guys, we're 7-1. We're feeling ourselves. We're doing great. We're obviously going to sim through them, see how that week goes. And we were able to land another 4-star tight end, so we're getting loaded in the tight end room. But now with another bye week, guys, and a few more commits, I'm starting to feel is going to recruit this week, and I'm going to have the computer sim it, see how we do. I'm assuming we're going to be able to destroy them. We signed a couple guys at home, so I'm assuming we probably won. And yeah, as you can see, our record is 9-3. We took it to Minnesota, which is fine. I'm happy we were able to take care of business there, but we are clearly not in the college football playoff. Rutgers got in at 11th. Miami, the U, got in at 12th. this is a sad day. I felt like we were right on the cusp of everything. But with that said, I don't know what else we need. I guess all we can do now is just kind of focus on our recruiting going into the off season and making sure we got some of the best players coming to our team. Conference championship week, we can obviously sim it. And Dylan Gabriel is your Heisman Trophy winner. Luckily, now we're able to focus on recruiting, and it looks like in the coaching carousel, our coaches have decided to stay. I thought they did a pretty decent job, so there's no reason for me to want to let them go. I think we're going to be okay just keeping them. We are going to try to persuade Ricardo Hallman and Tucker Ashcraft to stay with Wisconsin. I really want them to stay. I think they did a good job. Obviously, tight end room's going to get a little clustered, especially with the new recruits coming in, but Tucker is a great addition, and I know he wasn't the starter last season, but I think he could be a great add-on to this next season. And now we're focusing on, the recruiting in the offseason. I'm very excited about this because I think we're going to be able to sign a few guys. Yeah, we're going to be able to involve the transfer portal now, which is very exciting. The guy I would really like to sign is this running back, Darius Taylor, who's a 4-star running back. And with Ches Maluzzi leaving, I think we could really need a running back. Running back room looking a little light. I would really love to see if we can add him, and that would be amazing. But well, I guess only time will tell with those guys in this transfer portal, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll be 100% honest in the transfer portal. All I know is that you have to go early and often because I know that these guys move fast. So we're trying our best here to recruit as many times and in as many players as we can. And it feels like we have a lot of time on our hands. So I'm very excited to see who we can sign on our team. And it looks like we're adding a ton of guys, including the dude we were after, just Darius Taylor, halfback for us out of Detroit, Michigan. Welcome to the squad. And guys, honestly, we ended up signing 10 guys in the last day of National Signing Day, and that brings our recruiting class to 32 people, which is insane. I did not think we were gonna have 32 people signed to our squad. And what? With the people signing at the end of the season, heading into the off season and on transfer portal, we ended up signing a top 10 class. Not even a top 10, a top 5 class. We were the number 4th ranked class in the nation, ahead of teams like Alabama, Tennessee, Michigan. That's nuts. I did not think that we were going to be that successful. I know this first season we didn't accomplish a lot of our goals other than signing a top 10 class and beating our rivals, which we have a winning record officially against them, so we can't let that go down. But going into the second season, guys, let's look at the team we're working with, and we're working with Braden Locke at quarterback, who looks pretty good. Darius Taylor obviously came in. We have Akra as his backup, and at wide receiver, we have Will Pauling and Vinny Anthony coming in as our third receiver with Samir Hagans as our number 2. Vinny Anthony has been lights out for us. Cannot wait to have him back for his senior season. Even though he's not very highly rated overall, Vinny Anthony's an absolute dog for us. We have a lot of experience. We have a lot of good players, and I think this is a team we can build on. Then we go and look at the offseason training to see what that meant for our team. And Will Pauling got to a 93. Daryl Peterson got to a 90, which is huge for his development. We have a bunch of different guys. Our punters are pretty good. Man, I cannot wait to see what this team can do this season. We were so close last year. Anthony jumped all the way up to an 85. An 85 for Vinny Anthony II. Wow. Absolute dog. Guys, I'm very excited for this team. With what we did last year, I think this team can be a little bit better. Braden Locke is going to go in with a 77 overall into the season, which is fine. We're going to upgrade our coaching skills. And we got to go out and encourage transfers. We have a bunch of raw dogs that we got to move on from, which is sad. But now we rinse and repeat. We go look at our team needs. Team needs seem very similar. Now we need some tackles, some centers. We need some linemen to target. So we can't forget about those guys. I know a lot of you are forgetting about your linemen, guys. Don't forget about your big boys. We need those big boys. We obviously want the speedsters, but we need them big boys. Building the teams from the inside out, right? And again, we're after quarterbacks like this guy, Carter Theory. We need Carter Theory on our team. This would be huge. That is the kind of quarterback that we need on our team. And we go through and we start finding all these gems and all that good stuff that you need to do. I guess what I did last season wasn't terrible. I thought I was doing horrible all season long. Come towards the end of the season, I'm doing great. So I don't know what to believe. One thing we are going to do this season, guys, is that we're going to go into our schedule and we're going to get Alabama the hell out of there. There is no need for us to be playing Alabama non-conference. We're going to go in there and we're going to do a random team that we can think of, like Kennesaw State. That's pretty random enough, huh? You know, we want to get that dub. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As we start out the season, guys, we sim the first week and we roll past Miami of Ohio. Then we're going to sim the second week with Middle Tennessee, and we're obviously going to get the dub there as well. We're 2-0, and we're obviously going to roll by Kennesaw State. Our team is killing it. We're the 6th ranked team in the nation going into our first game against Michigan. Cannot wait to see what this does. Let's dive in to see how we do against Michigan. This home field advantage is absolutely getting into our heads. We're going to go up the middle, and not a good start, boys. Not the start we needed. Not the start we needed. Before we know it, we are down 10-0, already chasing. We go down. Darius Taylor, welcome to Wisconsin. Michigan immediately knocked our hype out. 17-7. Can we move the ball down the field? Let's keep looking. And oh. We do not need to go into depth into what happened, but this was not the outcome we desired, not what we looked for. Michigan absolutely curb stomped us into a 57-31 win. Wisconsin was no match for Michigan, and I'm not gonna lie, if that's how it's gonna be playing good teams. However, we did manage to walk off a field goal against Oregon, and we were able to sign our first top 5 quarterback in Carter Theory. With the big win against Oregon, we were able to sign Carter Theory. This is huge. That is another challenge crossed off the board, fellas. I am so excited. I cannot believe we just did that. And then we did manage to take care of business against Ohio State as well. Now we were sitting pretty heading into Washington, and we obviously, this is one of the games we were also supposed to play. So we jump in, guys. And this is one team I feel we should dominate, and oh my freaking God. There's just no way this is how this is gonna start. There is just no way we should be losing to a 5-4 team. There is just no way. They do have a 13-7 lead, and we go and we're trying to feed Anthony. This is not good. They went down, they scored. We are now down 20-7. We have been lollygagging against this team. And we are gonna take a deep shot to Henry, and he's gonna go the distance. But Washington immediately answers, and now we're still down 27-14. This is ridiculous. We're gonna lose this football game. Unless we can get a touchdown here before the end of the half, which would be... But Brandon Locke threads the needle, and we got a touchdown before the end of the half, which was huge, because now we get the ball back at half, and we have a chance to take a lead in this game. We have a chance to absolutely take a lead in this game, and I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. And Vinny Anthony. When in doubt, go to Vinny Anthony II. That's our boy, baby. Huge play. And we're going to be able to hit. Oh, what is this guy doing with that ball? You are not going to be running the football like that in my program. Holy cow, you tuck it high and tight, kid. I don't know who you think you are. And look at us getting stuffed. And honestly, I don't feel comfortable, so I'm going to have to just kick the freaking field goal. But our defense managed to get a stop, which was huge, and now we're on offense. 2nd and 7. We got one-on-one coverage on Vinny Anthony II, and he's gonna score a Wisconsin touchdown. A sight we have gotten used to is Vinny Anthony Eaton. That is our dog. But Washington is still not letting off the pedal. They are still competing with us. 4 minutes left in the game. We're gonna throw it in. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God, no way. We're literally gonna lose to Washington. This is gonna be embarrassing. 41-31 with 2 minutes to go. There's just no way. There's just no way. We can try to be as cheesy as we want. However, we are getting one-on-one coverage to Will Pauling. Oh, okay. Okay, if we can get a touchdown here quickly, we're gonna have 2 minutes to make a play. We're gonna have 2 minutes. We're able to get in here and punch it in. Let's go, boys. And we do have to jump into defense for the first time in this rebuild. We're jumping into the defense. I think we have a good team. I think this is worth salvaging. They're going to go with the jet sweep touch pass. And we can't play defense. We can't play defense. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We did manage to get him to 3rd and 9. Hopefully this works. Pressure's coming. He's going to try to throw it. Oh, God, we got him. And I love the fact that this game is throwing on 3rd and 9, trying to close the game out, trying to get that first down. I love that the game actually does that, and they don't just run 3 times in a row and then punt it away to us. I love that they're smart. They're trying to seal it. And they have a horrible punt, and we get the ball at the 50 with 54 seconds left to go. We're going to have a chance here, boys. We have 0 timeouts, so that's the one caveat. We only have to kick a field goal to go into overtime. We're going to have a chance here, fellas. And we're just throwing up prayers now, and we're nervous. On 4th and 4, we're taking a shot for the win. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Touchdown, Will Pauling. We have escaped. I cannot believe what just happened. We have managed to scratch by Washington, the #1 team ranked in the nation. We avoided the big upset. That's huge. That's huge. This just might be the team of destiny, fellas. And we do have a guy on the Heisman watch. It's our boy CJ Williams. He's made a few plays here and there. He had a decent game against Oregon. He had a decent game against Ohio State. But the fact that he's a top 5, I think Will Pauling's been having a better season. Well, with that win, you know what that means. We got to force feed this kid. Force feed him going into Minnesota. And we managed to not score 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns with CJ Williams, even with the backup in, because they benched our starters at half, and we dominated Minnesota for the 2nd year in a row with a 63-14 win, which is just insane. And that with 369 and 5 touchdowns. We were the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. We were also the National Player of the Week. And now we're up to #4 in the Heisman watch with CJ Williams. Guys, this means that if we can win this game, if we can win our conference championship, keep CJ where he's at. We already have a winning record against Minnesota. And if we can win the Big Ten Conference and make a run at the national championship, guys, we have a chance to finish this in season 2. Holy cow. Holy cow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But in the conference championship, we play none other than the one team that beat us this season in the Michigan Wolverines. This is insane. There's just no way. There's just no way. However, we are going to take a shot to our Heisman hopeful. CJ Williams is going to get open to kick off the game. The Big Ten Championship game. CJ Williams, the Heisman hopeful. Michigan was able to get the lead back, which we weren't surprised. They are a very dominant football program. But our transfer, Darius Taylor, is making a name for himself. 5 for 45 to start off the Big Ten Championship game. This is insane. But we have Darius Taylor making a name for himself again. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And we are down only 7 to Michigan. I think we have a chance to come back, fellas. Our best player, we keep trying to take shots to him, and now he's open again. We're gonna dive, and we're in the red zone. Jackson, Acker, touchdown, Wisconsin! We have tied it up, boys. Oh my God, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. To start off the second half, we gotta take another shot at our boy. We have to try it. And he's gonna get open. No freaking way, CJ Williams. Oh my God, I love this kid. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And our defense has made another huge play. And I think we're gonna have to take a shot to Will Pauling here. I think Will Pauling's gonna get open here. Will Pauling is open. Oh my God, man to man. Will Pauling, our stud wide receiver leader. Touchdown, Wisconsin, and this is getting blown open. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is happening. And we're gonna take another shot to CJ Williams. Oh my God, if this man does not win the Heisman, oh, are you kidding me? He really came on late. He really did. And Darius is gonna bounce it to the outside, and there goes Darius with 1:35 left. Milking the clock, and just like that, fellas, your Wisconsin Badgers have won the conference championship, and we're in victory formation, and we're moving on as the #1 team in the country, Big Ten champions. The Wisconsin Badgers have crossed off another thing off the list, and with 16 catches, 423, and 4 touchdowns, CJ Williams wins player of the game. There's just no way we don't finish in the Heisman finalists, right? With this kind of conference championship game, there's just no way we don't finish in the conference finalists, right? And now we jump in to our first game. And not only that, we have also won the Heisman with our boy, CJ Williams. Not only was he not a Heisman finalist, guys, he also won it. And now we have a chance to finish this game. We have a winning record against Minnesota. We signed a top 5 quarterback in Carter Theory. We signed a top 10 class last year at number 4. We not only got a Heisman finalist, we got a Heisman winner. We won the conference championship, and now we have a chance to win the granddaddy of them all. And not only that, take us to a national championship game. And heading into the third quarter, we are dominating Georgia again through the air, and we are literally just milking the clock. We are going to take our points here. And just like that, fellas, we have another dominant performance at the Rose Bowl, 35-19. This is insane. We've won the granddaddy of them all, obviously through the air, through our boy CJ Williams with 250 and 3 touchdowns. And just like that, guys, we're on to the quarterfinal game. And oh my goodness gracious, we're up against, for the third time, the only team we've lost to. We're playing in the semifinals that are keeping us from our national championship glory. And early on, Michigan comes out firing on all cylinders, up down 14-0. I can't believe we're actually down to them again. But CJ Williams cannot be stopped. They did not learn their lesson the first time. And through him, Wisconsin has not only scored 1, but they're going to go for a second. Deep to CJ Williams. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And Wisconsin just came out dominating. And in the first half, we are going to score 38 points on Michigan. Can you believe it? We're up 38-21. I don't care who you are. If you're giving up 38 points in the first half, you're going to have a hard time winning the football game. In the second half, guys, we're going to focus on chewing the clock and running the damn football. And sure enough, that seemed to pay dividends, because we are moving down into the red zone with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left in the game. Wisconsin kicks one more field goal, which is probably going to be the nail in the coffin. And sure enough, we're on to the national championship. We beat Michigan again, 41-28. And you can't say that the only team that beat us was better than us, because we now have beat them twice. And obviously, another huge game by CJ Williams with 370 and 4 touchdowns. Holy cow. And in the national championship, we face off with one more Big Ten team that comes off a huge victory against Texas Tech, Penn State Nittany Lions. Cannot believe we made it. Year 2, it's all sitting right in front of us. Can we get it done against Penn State? I have no clue. I have no idea what they're made of. But we are going to move the ball down, and Jackson Acker, I think, might be the first guy punching it in the national championship. It's the backup, Jackson Acker. Have yourself a day, kid. And we find ourselves punting again, and Penn State with the early lead of 14-7. And we ended up punting a couple times, and now we find ourselves in a hole in the national championship, down 21-7. You know what we have to do. You know what we have to do. We have to take a shot to CJ Williams. Oh my God, he got loose. He got loose. And to end the half, fellas, we have a chance to get in with our boy Darius Taylor. Touchdown. Okay. We, our defense made a stop. Now we play action. And look who's coming across the middle. It's going to be CJ Williams. Touchdown. That man cannot be stopped. He's literally him. And it looks like we got double coverage on Will Pauling. And we're going deep. And that's going to be a down to the 1. Can we punch it in? Oh my God, we are dominating. Absolutely dominating. And Darius Taylor one more time. The transfer and the national championship. This is insane. And I think we have a chance to put the nail in the coffin here. And we're going to take a field goal to go up 38-24. I think this might be in the bag, fellas. 2 minutes left in the game. This could be the dagger. We're going to go, obviously, take a shot to the man who got us here. And it's going to be another touchdown, Wisconsin. And just like that, we are going to be in victory formation. Peace.